Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a new testing video here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Prototype ZZ Gundam, which is our newest banner mobile suit. I did initially intend to pull for this suit, but I'm always very curious to how the ZZ variations play, so I was like, why not try to do a crack at it, and, well, I got it, so, gonna be taking a look at that today. If you do want to see some gameplay of the suit, I do have a video on my channel that is my first match. I'll likely have that, linked a few places here, probably at the end of the video as well. So if you're interested in that, please give that a watch. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the Prototype ZZ Gundam, which is a 650 cost raid. So it actually comes at the same cost as the regular ZZ Gundam. Which I think is actually very interesting for this suit. So, yeah, it's ground and space compatible. And taking a look at the stats here, we have 23,500 mobile suit HP. You have 23 ballistic and 28 beam and melee resistance. You have 0 range strength. You have 65 melee strength, 120 movement speed, 225 top speed, 70 thruster gauge, and 66 turning speed. And for your part slots, you have 18 close, 15 mid, and 15 long range slots. And you do have a melee priority of 3, being a raid, and you have space compatibility, and this suit is a 3-star. So overall, I think the stats are pretty good for this suit. Aside from the 0 range strength, but does make it a very interesting style here. Also seems like it's on the more tankier side for a raid mobile suit, and that's gonna come out later with the skills as well. But moving on to the weapons, we do have the Prototype ZZ Gundam Double Beam Rifle. This is 1000 power with a 48% heat rate and 300 range, and you can focus this, and you don't have any alt weapons for this. Same with the Beam Saber, you don't have any alternate weapons here, but the Prototype ZZ Gundam Hyper Beam Saber is 2600 power with a cooldown of 2.5 seconds, so pretty standard Beam Saber things there. You do have the Double Cannon Rapid, that is 950 power with a 33% heat rate and 350 range. This is a stop-to-fire weapon, and it's also going to apply to the regular double beam cannon you get as well. This is 1500 power with a 90% heat rate and 350 range, and this is a stop-to-fire and is a instant stun. You have the Head High Mega Cannon that is 500 power, 100% heat rate, and 350 range. This has a 20-second overheat and a 4-second focus time, which focus is required. And it does say it offers long suppression. It really doesn't. It's kind of like an instant stun, but it causes a heavy stagger. So it's not like the other double zeta beams where it's like a continuous meme beam. So figured to make a note of that. And then finally, you have the Prototype ZZ Gundam Hyper Beam Saber ×2. This is 2800 power with a cooldown of 2.5 seconds and a 2-second charge time, because this is compatible with your heavy attack skill. And speaking of skills, that's going to be our next look here. You do have Assault Booster level 2, Melee Composite System level 2, High Spec AMBAC level 2, Maneuver Armor level 3, Force Injector level 3. There's the heavy attack for the Double Beam Saber, Power Accelerator level 2, Leg Shock Absorber level 3, Flight Control Program level 2, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, Damage Control level 3. You have the Immobile Fire System skill. When activated while using a ranged weapon, you must stop the fire. Reaction caused by range attacks will be reduced. You have Special Shoulder Buffer level 3, Special Arm Equipment Buffer level 3, and then you have Biosensor Ability Boost Prototype ZZ Gundam version. So this activates at 50% HP, reducing your damage taken from enemy attacks and staggered due to cumulative damage, and thruster consumption when starting, during, and high-speed movement is reduced. So yeah, you do get reduced damage when this is active, and that's what I was kind of saying, how this feels like a more tankier raid with the defenses you already get. And then while active, heavy attacks partially nullify enemy melee resistance. It nullifies all reactions except for stagger due to cumulative damage, but only at the point of skill activation. So this does also play into the heavy attack skill. I really didn't get a chance to see how the difference would be with this activated, so it's going to be something I'm going to look at here. But yeah, skills look really good. You don't have a dodge roll of any kind, and just going to have the mobile suit description up here if you want to stop to read. But yeah, you don't have a dodge roll with this suit, not even when the biosensor is active. But yeah, we'll take it to port base so we can get a good look at everything here. Since I already played a match with it, I kind of already know a lot about, you know, how the suit's weapons operate, so probably won't be too long of a testing video here. Probably the beginning was like the longest part, but here it is, the Prototype ZZ Gundam. And yeah, first we're going to come over here to our Q-Blade and Hama. I do want to start with the Hama first because the beam rifle, when you fire it uncharged, it fires 2 bursts, and those 2 bursts will get an accumulation stagger, so already pretty good there. Doesn't apply to the Q-Blade because of these skills that the Q-Blade has, so you would be missing some of it, but then you can also focus fire this as well. Wait for it to be blue, and you can use that to get a instant stun, so that is pretty good. You do have the single beam saber. I believe the melee pattern this has is pretty much the exact same as the base Double Zeta. I haven't seen anything too different. And yeah, you do only get 2 melee swings with both of your weapons, but there's the neutral and the side. You know, do the left and the downswing. Then you can easily follow it up for another downswing if you want to, so pretty standard, as I mentioned earlier, pretty standard beam saber things, aside from, you know, you just have a much bigger blade, with this being a hyper beam saber. But next we have the rapid beam cannons. Now these really don't have that good stun accumulation. It does look like they pierce. One of the things I'm curious about with the Q-Blade is if I can use this and then follow up with this, which it kind of looks like you're able to do that, so that is a pretty nifty feature that they included. But yeah, it looks like you also have okay, maybe you don't have piercing. I guess maybe the shot I fired just went past Q-Blade, but yeah, pretty much a standard rapid cannon there, and does have some utility depending on which suit you are fighting against. Here are the instant stun cannons. Again, pretty standard there. You do have the high mega cannon, which has a pretty quick charge time, and you can charge and boost with this. It's just stop the fire. And yeah, that gives you a heavy stagger, and also readies up again pretty quickly, so you know, really nifty if you want to get a heavy stagger on somebody, or maybe somebody's boosting towards you and they have maneuver armor, you can use it to get a regular stun. Pretty, you know, pretty reliable weapon here. We'll do a charge against the Q-Blade here. And then finally, we're going to have our double beam sabers, show off the melee pattern. Now the side swings look like they're pretty normal side swings. I don't think there's anything unique here. The neutral, I don't know if I've ever seen this neutral on any suit before, where it's like brings both sabers down like close together. And then the downswing is this boost double poke. So I found that to be a very interesting melee pattern there, especially for the downswing. And then the heavy attack is a triple hit. So we'll do some, you know, basic patterns first. Probably going to finish off both of these suits here, but yep, got that. You do that. So we'll wait for both of these suits to spawn back in, you know, get the heavy attack ready. Since this is the last weapon that this suit has, I find it interesting that this suit has head Vulcans, but they didn't include them as part of the kit. I don't know if there's a reason for that, but Yeah, even though the suit looks like it has head Vulcans, you don't actually have any. Let's see, there's the Q-Blade. Just wait for the Hama Hama. Wait for the iframes to drop, and we'll get a look at the damage here. And yeah, really good damage for the heavy attack here. At least when you're in your, base form, you're over the health gauge here. I'm going to set myself to 50, and I'm also going to... I'm going to disable destruction for now, just so we can, get a good look here at how much damage we can be doing. And yeah, that looks like that does a, bit more damage than it did prior, so... yeah, I'll put myself back at 100. And we'll try it again. Yeah, so it looks like you are going to be doing more damage once your biosensor activates. I didn't check if you could one-tap a support with it, though, so... we'll come over to the Hama Hama over here. Want to do a quick test on that before going to the raid. So, yeah, there's base. And I probably should have put it on first. Gotta finish off with Hama Hama. Put myself at 50 again, and then do another strike once a full health Hama Hama drops back in. And then, I think the raid is the Humbrabi, so we'll get some damage numbers off on that, and then come back over here. And any second now. There it is. Alright. Wait for iframes to drop. Try to be a little bit at the front here. And yeah, that pretty much takes nearly all the health of a support with biosensor. So, yeah, really, really good damage there for when that ability is activated. And then also, you get the boosted defense as well. Going at the Umbrabi here, just do a quick little rundown here. Do that, do the charge. Let's get the rapid, regular, got the heavy stagger, and then, so yeah, even pretty good damage numbers against a raid suit overall, but yeah, that's, I guess I should show off the counter as well. We'll test it on the Hama Hama. And yep, there is your counter animation, nice beam saber slash. You can easily follow it up with some melee swings. We'll try one against the Q-Blade. See what happens if we try to use the downswing. Oh, that whiffed. But we can still quickly follow it up, so not really too much of an issue there. But yeah, overall, the Prototype ZZ feels like a pretty good suit. And really, for the most part, does also feel like a pretty fair raid for its cost as well. I really don't see anything about this suit that's like super overpowered or anything. It kind of just seems, at least from the one match I played with it, and from what I've seen, testing it, it does feel like a pretty standard raid type mobile suit. Again, you don't have a dodge roll of any kind, but you do get the maneuver armor and damage control at level 3, so I think that's, that's more than enough compensation, I feel like, for the suit, really to try to keep you moving. But yeah, I mean, I think that's really all I have to say for this testing video here. We'll jump up here. Yeah, so again, if you want to see some gameplay of it, you want to see it in action, I do have my first match posted on the channel. And, if this helped out, if you wanted to see just what this suit had for its kit and whatnot, also good to provide that as well. But, yeah, I I have pretty, good hopes for the Prototype ZZ Gundam here. I do think it's going to be a pretty fun 650 raid to use. I do like what it has to offer. I'm going to come up to the head here. I'm still questioning why it has head Vulcans, and yet this version doesn't have the head Vulcans, so maybe they didn't want to give it a Vulcan with high stagger accumulation, or I really don't know. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this testing video here. I probably went a bit longer on this one than I anticipated to, but yeah, if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think about the Prototype ZZ Gundam. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.